but I quit the tournament because I felt so much pain. And then I felt, actually, like we're saying, the dragon. The dragon was inside me. I was totally swollen up by pain. I think my dragon is pain. Agony, pain. I hate pain. And I always had to fight pain. And it felt like it was eating me and getting into my emotion and my head. Everything was like black fire, really painful, hot. And then I almost decided not to go, to stop, to quit, throw the towel in. And then I went home and I sat and I think, well, am I allowed to throw the towel? And yes, everybody would say in the newspaper, oh yes, Deborah, you did right, because it's a good thing, you did your best. Yeah, well, and then I think, of course, well, is this everything I have? And I thought, no, this is not, I can do more, I can do better. I can do really my best, absolutely my best, and who the hell am I to quit now? If someone who I loved most never quit, never, ever. So I went back. In the end I qualified, a 1 point difference. I'm not going to bore you about that story, but I qualified. But then I made a pact. Then I come to the point. Now I want to get you through, so, but I needed to tell you this all. I qualified for the Olympics. I told you about a statistic. I wasn't on any list anymore. They just marked me off the list, first of all. That was a good thing for me, because the media wasn't that interested in me anymore. And I loved that they weren't interested in me. And I saw some of athletes, big athletes, not only judo players, getting, I don't know, this is right thing. A very good example is Peter van der Hogeband, is a big Olympic swimmer champion. And he had an injury too in his back. But he went to the media all the time. And I even called him and said, Peter, this is not the right way. Well, yeah, I have to tell them that I'm all right because my sponsors. And I didn't even took new sponsors. I had 1 or 2 sponsors, and I paid everything myself. Everything. I asked some good friends, mates gave me some money, supported me, and I went without money. Again, I went to Japan and not to Brazil. not to Brazil. And the good thing about I didn't went to the same place. I went to a better place. I trained with the national Japanese team. Nobody else is allowed to do that. I secretly got into. I took my own trainer with me, and I trained with the best, the best, the best. Because I thought I needed to be the best. To train with the best, to feel the best, and get thrown by the best, and get killed, and absolutely. But I knew I needed that to come back, to feel the drive, to be there, in that situation. And but I had to make another pact with my brother, because my brother is only built close together, of course, and with my boyfriend and close people. I said to them, I'm going to the Olympics, it's going to be my last thing, but I'm willing to give everything. And they said, yeah, of course, because we all are willing. But no, I said, I'm willing to give everything, I'm willing to give my life. And then they said, what do you mean? I said, well, when I go on the mat, there will be a possibility that I break my neck, I throw myself on my head, I can be strangled, and my neck can break, so because it's still fragile, or I can be paralyzed. And they were all, probably most of them, shocked, except my brother. He knows my best, you know, well, if she has something in the mind, then... No, he was worried. He was worried about that. tell you, but I needed to tell them. And I even told my brother and my boyfriend, I said to them, when I'm on the mat and something happens, you're the only person who's allowed on the mat. And if it happens, it's all right. And I tell you, I really took that on the mat with me. And that's no joke. In the past, I've seen death in another way, also with Judo. But that's, I'm willing to sacrifice, I was willing to sacrifice my life. And I knew also that this was the only way to prove myself and go deep, deep in myself to find, to slay it, the dragon. Because I know it was still there. And what I did, I embraced my dragon. I embraced my pain and I embraced my biggest fear. I embraced it and said, well, if I can't beat me, then join them. Join me then in my fight. So I took actually the energy of this big, big thing and I treasured it. I kept it as my own secret. I only shared it with a couple of people. It was my secret, my thing. And I embraced it. I said, welcome. You are a part of me. You're always going to be a part of me. I decided to judo still. And you're going to be part of me. Strong enough, I don't see my scar anymore. I think it's here. But I don't see it. So it's really part, it's integrated me. I felt, and when I came in that Olympic village, I went, wow, this is it. This is it. This is, and people saw me growing. I thought, wow, this is where I want to be with all those champions, with all those athletes, with all this. And this is how I'm going to make it. Even 3 or 4 coaches, foreign coaches came up to me, you're all right at that, right? You're going to do it. I said, yeah, I'm all right, I'm fine, okay, happy, happy, this is where I want to be. And I felt, and actually first of all from inside, I felt the energy and the beating and the strongest. And when I needed that, I could trigger myself in the focus, in the ambiance, in the energy of those people, and what came out, my dear, my protection. And I could feel not the death of my sister, and not the death of my mother, but the love of my sister, and the love of my mother. And that made me actually that day unbeatable. And that's different. I could embrace your fear. Embrace it. And then back to judo as sport.